it's hard to build trust without being logical, okay? So I think it's hard to be logical without having a pretty good grasp on mental agility. We have there's a lot of definition about mental agility being expert, but the overall summary one was an expert in mental agility properly analyzes problems in a manner that combines wisdom, common sense, rational theory, and facts to develop sound and often unique solutions. They're able to think through, communicate, and effectively engage others to address important opportunities and challenges. They put in the time and effort needed to learn to take A, B, and C and come up with D, E, and F. We talk about this idea that, clarify, you heard him talk about it. So clarifying what you want to do in terms of mental agility. Simplify means writing it down so you can understand yourself and others and agree, and that's how you get commitment. Talked about the clarity comes from concentration, so you can prioritize and make choices. It's critical. You can't prioritize without making choices. So making the right choices is critical here. And then you can organize around that. You can communicate it with other people, and you can innovate around it. These things are not linear. They kind of circle back and forth.
Moving out of being hypnotized by our memory and into thinking means moving with a flow. Thinking is a flow. Your mind is actually like a water wheel that turns. And unfortunately, the water goes dry occasionally and we crank it. So a lot of people's minds are cranking all the time. That is not thinking. So we have to relearn. If we don't want the robots to take over, we have to relearn how to think. It's in us. We're wired to do it. We have to remember. The fascinating thing to me about you guys and this organization is, in various ways, you are being encouraged to explore and get this.
So I think it's hard to be logical without having a pretty good grasp on mental agility. And if you want people to trust you, you have to not only be authentic and empathetic, you have to be logical. And that definition came from this woman, Fran, the Harvard professor I was telling you about, when she says you usually wobble in one of these things, where she said, logic means the quality of the logic and your ability to communicate it. And so not only if you want to have trusting relationships, you kind of have to make sense. And you pretty much have to make sense to yourself first, but other people think you're making sense. So again, they all connect. It probably helps you have better relationships. I can even tie this into relationships because I'm tying to trust.